Thursday, a matchup with one of the greatest quarterbacks, if not the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. But Brandon, the player you are most excited to watch this weekend is blank.
Oh, Jen, I got to go with players. I got to go with Jerry Hughes, Vernon Butler, Ed Oliver, Mario Addison. Who's that? That's the Buffalo Bills defensive line. They have their hands full. We just talked about it in the last block. They can't stop that boy without those four guys playing lights out this weekend. So I'm going with those four players.
Oh, I'm going with the guy that's going to make those four players' night miserable, or afternoon. And that's the greatest playoff quarterback of all time, Patrick Mahomes. Did you guys know Patrick Mahomes on a per-game basis leads every playoff quarterback in everything? Touchdown interception ratio, passer rating, win-loss record, everything. It's him. Did you guys know that he's never lost a playoff game in regulation? And every playoff game he's ever played in, his team has had the lead with 45 seconds left? That's all true. And the one game they lost, he led a 30-second final drive to force overtime. So, yeah, I'm most excited to watch the second greatest show in all of sports.
Easy. You could have done that.
Playoff Patrick Mahomes. That's what I'm most excited about.
You could have done that, Nick. It's easy.
I'll tell you who else is excited about Patrick Mahomes. Myles Garrett's my choice. Brandon, I know you said you weren't worried about it, but I'm slightly worried that Big Ben dropped back 68 times and Myles Garrett didn't record a sack. Remember, he was on fire, forcing turnovers, and then he went on the COVID list, came back, and he was like still recuperating. Hopefully he's 100% now. I think we need to hear a lot from him early on if the Browns have a chance here, which they do. But we need a lot of Myles Garrett.
Yeah, they didn't want him. They double-teamed him. They didn't want him to blammo.
Okay.
On the other side of the ball, Baker and his Browns hoping to recreate the magic they pulled off in Pittsburgh. But Jenna, the Chiefs are the biggest favorites this weekend. Okay, so Brandon, the team that should be on upset alert then this weekend is blank.
The Saints. Saints fans, appreciate you guys not at me yesterday. But look, I know what I said. I said that the Saints will win the regular season. I said that the Saints will implode. I'm a little nervous because I feel like the Saints and Sean Payton may have gotten over the hump when Michael Thomas went down and Drew Brees went down. It forced them to get other guys involved. But with that being said, I don't care what's going on in your organization and how you got over the hump, because that man right there is a bad goat. That boy is on a mission. Tom Brady is playing lights out. He is playing the best football he's ever played. And I'm not just talking statistically. I'm actually talking about how he's spinning the ball. How he's moving in the pocket. All you got to do is turn on the film. I don't know what this TB12 method is, but I need to start joining because this boy is a bad man. Bad goat right there, Tom Brady.
All right, you don't need to join the TB12 method, Brandon. The House of Athlete method works even better. It's proven time and again. That's first of all. Second of all, my apologies. At the beginning of my previous answer, I said Mahomes is going to give the Bills' defensive line trouble. Obviously, I'm at the Browns' defensive line. But I don't think there's going to be any major upset this weekend. I think the four better teams are going to win all four games. But point spread-wise, the Ravens are an underdog. So I guess the Bills are the team that should be on upset alert because they are the favorites over the Ravens. But I think the Ravens are a flatly better team than them. So for the reasons I just laid out in the previous segment, I like the Ravens in that game. So I think the Bills are the one favorite this weekend that loses wilds.
What people will be saying on Monday about the Packers-Rams game. Wow, that looked a lot like the Packers-Bucs game when Aaron Rodgers played terribly, threw 2 interceptions, almost threw 4 interceptions. Devontae Adams was smothered, and they ended up looking really bad. Why is that? Because Aaron Donald, who had 2 sacks against Russell Wilson, the team had 5 sacks, and they had 10 quarterback hits, is going to hound these guys. The idea that Aaron Rodgers is going to sit back there and have a day against this Rams defense is just wrong. And I know Goff is not going to need to throw a ton of touchdowns. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Goff's going to do just enough, and Cam Akers going to score a few touchdowns. Rams over Packers. You heard it here first. Prognosticator.
Doubling down. Doubling down.
Everybody's name is Aaron. For Buffalo now, where Josh Allen can deliver the Bills their first AFC Championship appearance since 1993. Also, they can deliver us the gift of Nick getting covered in ketchup, which really, guys, is the gift that keeps on giving. But Brandon, the player with the most to prove this weekend is blank.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady spent, 20 years in New England with Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, and maybe in all of sports. Phenomenal leader, gets the job done year in, year out, week in, week out. This dude is going to go down as the greatest coach. We know that. Tom Brady's going to go down as the greatest quarterback. We know that. Maybe the greatest football player to ever play. But Tom Brady, it's time for you to ascend. It's time for you to go to a whole nother level. And that level is going down as probably the greatest champion in all of sports. If you can go out and beat the Saints and then go to your 14th championship and then go to a Super Bowl and win it, he is going to be in the conversation next to Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, and so many other athletes that is considered the greatest champions to play sports. Tom Brady, ascend now, my GOAT.
Well, I'm sick of Brandon disrespecting Brady. He's obviously already passed Jordan. Everybody knows that. But the player with the most to prove this weekend is the player that no one believes in, Jared Goff. All analysis of Rams-Packers is a question of, can they overcome Jared Goff? And by the way, I do have some news on this, Wilds, and it's important to you because you're picking the Rams. Because people are worried about how's Goff going to play in the cold weather at Lambeau. It's supposed to be 25 degrees. My people on the ground in Los Angeles say they saw Jared Goff at a Baby Gap shopping for gloves. So I think he's going to be okay as far as his hands being warm. But I still don't think it'll be enough. And I think Jared Goff has the most to prove because everyone is doubting the Rams based purely on who their quarterback is, not on their defense or their coaching, both of which are obviously excellent. Wilds, I'm just reporting what I hear on the ground. It's not about niceness. It's about journalism.
You're not reporting. You're not on the ground, okay? Being on the ground means being at the location. You were in your apartment.
I have people on the ground.
Looking up, at basketball
I don't have an apartment, and I have people on the ground. All of this is lies. Give your answer. You're just lying.
You don't have people on the ground. My answer is Sammy Watkins. You know it's worked out pretty poorly for everyone? People who talk trash about Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Sammy Watkins, the latest person up, said, hey, looks like we've got competition. Sammy Watkins like, not really. So if Sammy Watkins plays this weekend and the Browns win, he's going to get the Juju treatment here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Playful too.
Wow.
All of them.
Yeah, seriously, I was going to say the same thing. Hey, when should Aaron be worried about Aaron? When it's Aaron Rodgers.